Behind the golden gates and ceremonial grandeur, the future King of England faces a daily rebellion on his dinner plate. While we imagine caviar and champagne, William's actual menu tells a different story, one of a man caught between royal duty and desperate normalcy. His breakfast choice would horrify palace traditionalists. His takeaway obsession nearly caused a kitchen crisis, and his most guarded food secret. It connects directly to the mother who tried to save him from the very life he's destined to inherit. These aren't just meals, they're quiet revolutions, each bite a statement about the monarchy he'll reshape. What does the man who will wear the crown actually choose to eat? Number 10. The builder's tea revolution every morning at Kensington Palace. A small act of rebellion steams in a simple mug. While official royal functions serve delicate Earl Grey in bone china, William starts his day with builder's tea, the strong, working-class brew favoured by construction sites across Britain. 2 sugars, splash of milk, brewed dark enough to wake the dead. Palace staff initially panicked. This wasn't protocol. But William, shaped by his years flying air ambulances with paramedics and pilots, insisted on the tea that bonded him to real people doing real work. That mug represents more than caffeinets, his daily reminder that before he's a prince, he's a man who once pulled accident victims from wreckage at dawn, sharing thermos tea with heroes who taught him what service actually means. Number 9. The Nando's security nightmare. The phone call that sent palace security into meltdown wasn't about a threat, it was about chicken. Specifically, William's obsession with Nando's peri-peri chicken, ordered regularly in unmarked bags to avoid recognition. Extra hot sauce, garlic bread, the full Portuguese experience that would make his grandmother faint. This isn't just fast food, it's calculated rebellion against centuries of stuffy protocol. William discovered Nando's during his university years, when anonymity was still possible. Now, each clandestine order represents borrowed time, a future king desperately clinging to the casual pleasures that make him feel human. The irony cuts deep. The man destined to dine with world leaders craves the simple joy of sauce-stained fingers and paper napkins. Number 8. The chocolate biscuit cake inheritance in the royal tea ritual. One dessert reigns supreme and it's not what you'd expect. William's obsession with chocolate biscuit cake, a dense confection of crushed rich tea biscuits bound in dark chocolate, connects him to his late grandmother's daily routine. The Queen demanded this specific cake every afternoon until finished, travelling with her between palaces. When William chose it as his groom's cake, defying wedding traditions, he wasn't just satisfying a sweet tooth, he was preserving edible memory. Each cold, crunchy bite transports him back to childhood teas with Gangan, when the weight of the crown felt impossibly distant. It's comfort food elevated to historical artifact, sweetness tinged with the bitter knowledge that some connections exist only in taste and memory. Number 7. The Sunday roast sanctuary at Anmar Hall. Sunday follows sacred law. Traditional British roast. No exceptions, no modern interpretations, no interruptions. William carves the meat himself, while Kate marshals vegetables and Yorkshire puddings tall enough to hold gravy lakes. This isn't just dinner, it's deliberate resistance against the chaos of royal life. For 2 hours, phones disappear, duties pause, and the future of the monarchy becomes simply a father serving his children properly roasted potatoes. The ritual demands time, presence, commitment to being home. In a life of constant travel and public performance, that golden chicken emerging from the oven represents the ultimate luxury. Unscheduled family time, seasoned with the comforting certainty that some traditions matter more than any crown. Number 6. The forbidden garlic protocol. Behind every royal meal lurks an invisible enemy. Garlic. Palace protocol strictly limits pungent ingredients to prevent embarrassing breath during intimate diplomatic encounters. Imagine the frustration dining in Rome or Paris, surrounded by aromatic perfection, yet your plate arrives sanitized, stripped of the very ingredients that give food its soul. For William, this restriction symbolizes the personal sacrifices demanded by the crown. His body isn't entirely his own, it's a diplomatic instrument that must remain neutral, pleasant, inoffensive, in every sense. The absence of garlic becomes presence of duty, a daily reminder that even his taste buds serve the state. Yet at home, away from cameras and protocol, reports suggest the family occasionally rebels, filling their kitchen with the forbidden aromas of real cooking. Number 5. The curry compromise. Friday nights at Kensington Palace sometimes smell of cardamom and controversy. William loves Indian takeaway, but his spice tolerance reveals charming limitations. While Kate fearlessly tackles vindaloo that could strip paint, William retreats to mild korma or chicken tikka masala creamy, safe harbors in a sea of culinary fire. This domestic comedy humanizes the future monarch completely. He doesn't posture or prove toughness through chili peppers. He knows his limits and admits them without shame. Those curry nights represent more than dinner, their political statements wrapped in aluminum containers, declaring that his Britain embraces diversity, even if his palate prefers harmony over heat. Each forkful of gentle spice is a small revolution against the bland expectations of royal dining. Number 4. The pizza night democracy. When Aston Villa plays football, protocol pauses for pepperoni. William's confession to loving greasy takeaway pizza, not artisanal sourdough eaten with forks, but proper cardboard box pizza, reveals his deepest parenting philosophy. These chaotic family nights, sauce-stained and wonderfully messy, deliberately contradict his own rigid upbringing of nannies and timetables. He wants George, Charlotte, and Louis to experience the democratic joy of eating with their hands, arguing over toppings, getting grease on their chins. For a man raised in nurseries governed by strict rules, allowing his children the beautiful chaos of pizza night is revolutionary parenting. It signals that in his house, hierarchy dissolves when the delivery arrives, replaced by the simple equality of shared indulgence. Number 3. The Welsh lamb responsibility. As Prince of Wales, William's dinner plate became a political statement. The Welsh lamb appearing regularly on his table isn't just Proteinet's policy made edible. Sourced from the duchy lands he now oversees, each bite connects him to the soil, farmers, and traditions he's sworn to protect. This represents the intersection of personal taste and public duty, where enjoyment meets stewardship. When he carves into rosemary-scented lamb raised on his own estates, he's literally consuming his responsibilities. The meat tastes of heritage, sustainability, and the weight of caring for both land and people. It's a meal that reminds him the crown isn't just ceremonial, it's agricultural, environmental, deeply rooted in the British earth he'll someday inherit completely. Number 2. The courtship cottage pie. Before golden carriages and televised weddings, there was a drafty St. Andrew's kitchen where William wielded his secret weapon: homemade cottage pie. This humble dish, minced meat, rich gravy, crowned with fluffy mashed potato, on Kate's heart, not through luxury, but through effort. He peeled those potatoes himself, browned the meat, seasoned the gravy, desperate to prove that beneath his title lived someone capable of care, of providing warmth on cold Scottish nights. That cottage pie represents everything he protected then and fights to preserve now: domestic normalcy, authentic connection, the revolutionary idea that love matters more than lineage. Every time they recreate this dish with their children, it's a sensory echo of those golden hidden years when they were simply William and Kate, unknown and beautifully ordinary. Number 1. The MC Donald's memory. The most shocking secret in the royal kitchen comes wrapped in paper, from a place where anyone can eat like royalty. Princess Diana's clandestine MC Donald's trips with William and Harry weren't about burgers, they were about freedom. When palace chefs offered to make superior versions, Diana replied, "It's not about the food, it's about the experience." She wanted her sons to stand in line, to be normal boys, if only for 20 precious minutes. Today, when William occasionally indulges in fast food, he's not just satisfying cravings, he's time-traveling to his mother's desperate love, hearing her laughter, feeling her fierce determination to show him the real world beyond palace walls. That happy meal taste is edible rebellion, the flavor of a mother who died trying to save her sons from the very destiny they've now embraced. Prince William's daily menu maps the eternal struggle between crown and humanity, duty and desire, protocol, and the simple human need to taste freedom. Through Builder's tea and banned garlic, cottage pie and MC Donald's memories, we glimpse a future king fighting to remain recognizably human. Which of these food secrets surprised you most about the man who will wear the crown?